An aircraft carrier is sort of like a small city cruising in the ocean. It has thousands of people on board and they all live together for months at a time. The Navy recently invited me to land on a ship and then spend 24 hours on board learning to live like a sailor. Once we landed on the USS Abraham Lincoln, going from over 100 miles an hour to a dead stop in less than 2 seconds, it takes a moment to comprehend that you're on an aircraft carrier. Not only are we aboard one of the most feared weapons in the history of the world, but we're a part of a floating city, moving as fast as many of the ski boats at the local lake. No wonder other nations wince when a carrier with its up to 50 Stryker aircraft shows up in their waters.
It brings great capability. We're able to project, the United States is able to project forces overseas without worrying about landing in foreign ports. And so it definitely gives the country and it gives the policymakers ability to help get our point across if we need to.
In order to make it all work, there are about 3,000 people living and working on the ship. Sailors are literally everywhere. They need to be fed. They need to work out, in this case, in a gym with serious water frontage. They fight fires, patch pipes, and of course, here on the bridge, help guide the ship.
The sailors love it. The sailors love being sailors. They love getting out here, and they are really getting to the top of their game.
That may be surprising, the loving it part, when you see where the sailors live for months at a time. This is all the space that a sailor has for the duration of the trip?
Yes, so I mean you've got your space here in the coffin rack, and then you've got a locker here as well. So there's not a whole lot of space available, so typically that's why you have your sea bag issue, and that's generally what you're supposed to bring.
The ship has a store and post office. On Sundays, kitchen staff prepares a brunch that's not to be missed. In the officers' mess, there are even carving stations. Thank you.
The dust is running rampant like crazy.
For an hour every morning, everyone on board cleans, really cleans, the brass, the floors, and a never-ending battle with dust. But this is what a carrier is really all about: launching and recovering jets, helos, and a variety of other planes that help take the fight to the enemy. Mostly, it's the FA-18 Hornets and newer Super Hornets based at Naval Air Station Oceana when they're not deployed to the ship.
Our multi-role fighter and attack platform that is capable of delivering ordnance both air-to-air and air-to-surface.
As intimidating as the jets are to the enemy, any pilot will tell you that landing on a carrier is no picnic.
So the aircraft carrier itself, obviously it's moving itself, so you're landing on a moving target basically. Out of everything I've done in the Navy, flying the Super Hornet, the most scared I've ever been is landing on the aircraft carrier at night.
During our visit, the weather was terrible. Sheets of rain pounded down the deck, yet crewmen, color-coded by job, looking like Skittles scattered in the rain, performed flawlessly, lining up the Super Hornet on the catapult, making sure everyone was safely in position, which go from sitting still to airborne in just over 3 seconds.
I love this perspective. You know, all the background, the behind the scenes stuff. That's just so interesting.
And the Navy gave us lots of access. Now, we wanted to go in some of the rooms that were marked top secret, and they're like, no, that's some proprietary stuff. But we don't want the bad guys to find out.
Yeah, exactly.
The enemy, as it were. But they really let us see a lot of stuff. And you were right next to the jets. We could see the pilot's eyes when they were taking off.
That's incredible.
And when those jets take off, it shakes you to your very bones.
Wow.
They had the ear protection on. I was ready, but I wasn't ready for that, like the way
the jolt.
The jolt. It really is interesting. So now we've had a couple of people from our area who have key roles on that particular aircraft carrier.
Oh, okay.
And so tomorrow at 5 o'clock we'll go flying in a helo, and then tomorrow night at 6 we'll meet one of these people from our area. He's in charge of fixing everything on the ship.
Interesting.
And yes, went to Staten River High School.
You're just kind of walking us right on through the process.
There we
so
go.
very
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.